Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're safe and well because that is the most important thing. Apologies for the poor lighting in here this morning because it's tipping it down outside. And the weather astrologers have predicted that we're going to be between 16 degrees and 23 degrees C tomorrow. Given that we're 1,100 feet above sea level in the High Pennines, I doubt it, but faites vos jeux, mesdames et messieurs. Weather roulette. Anyway, what we got for you today? Well, there was the big debate in the European Parliament yesterday about the CLP Legislative Act. And Ali sat through it and then she kind of went through all the various translations to make sure she knew what was happening. And she's done an excellent report on what is going on because it's not as straightforward as we thought. We thought this was going to be like, it's going to go to vote, it's going to get rubber stamped, and then we know that we're coming up to publication. Because publication is when we find out what the implementation dates are and what the exact duties are going to be on all of us who are either in the EU or selling into the EU. Oh no, it's still got to go back for further committee consultation. The whole thing is a mess. But Ali has unpicked what's going on. Now, one of the things that she picked up on is the fact that there are some very, very, very unhappy fragrance oil people out there because, and I'm going to hold my hand up and say, I had not really followed this. There is a major change for mixture classification on health and environmental effects. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, under CHIP, that's DSD-DPD in the UK, and now under GHS, which is the mother regulation of CLP, there's a really important principle, which is if you have test data to enable you to classify a hazard, that overrides any form of predictive classification. For example, the mixture classification on the basis of components that we use for health hazards. And that's a really fundamental principle of classification. And now the EU are saying, even if you've got test data on your mixture, if there is a component which is classified on the basis of the theoretical thing, that will now stand and transmit through to the mixture as a whole. And obviously the mixture classification techniques also apply to the UVCBs, unknown variable composition or biological, which is where the fragrance oil people come in. I am appalled. I think this is dreadful. This is the EU acting unilaterally over and above GHS. Come on, UN committee. Stop this nonsense, please. But of course, the UN is only a standard. There's no policing. But what this means is that for everybody who is currently classifying a mixture or a complex substance on the basis of actual test data, you will now need to go back and reclassify on the basis of components. And if that is more severe, that will take precedence. Ludicrous. Now, for a lot of industrial mixtures, this does not matter because we are not allowed to test the mixtures for health hazards if it involves animal testing. So it's a bit of a dead letter for modern mixtures. But for older mixtures that have been around a long time, exactly like your rose oils from Bulgaria and your various fruit oils and all the rest of it, where data exists, this could be a serious problem. And Ali goes on about that aspect in the newsletter, and I do urge you to read it. And of course, if you find it useful, you can always sign up for the newsletter itself and get access to our archive. So yes, it's a big one. It's ridiculous. We are where we are. So leaving that on one side, just let me put the link in here. There, that's gone into the newsletter. What have we got to cheer us all up? Well, Ali has also come across a really interesting thing, which is the banana song. And you might be thinking, are you doing this just because you think the EU have gone completely bananas? And you might think that. I couldn't possibly comment. I think it's just one of these happy accidents. No, this banana song is about radioactivity of bananas. And it's great fun. I do urge you to take a look at that as well. So whatever you're doing, I hope your blood pressure is lower than mine. I hope you're not too annoyed with these ECE things coming in. We don't know yet what's happening. Obviously, we will keep you up to date as soon as we find out. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Bye.